What's up guys? I'm here in Nha Trang in the central coastal region of Vietnam. Took a night bus from Saigon, took about 8 hours or so, and we are here in one of the most touristy locations for Russians. Is it more than just a tourist location? Is it more than just a nice beach? We're gonna find out. Come along. As we get to our first stop, which is Son Pagoda, I will say a little bit about Nha Trang. So Nha Trang, I don't know, the first time I ever heard about it was about the Vietnam War. I guess people used to get stationed here, Americans, so they're like, you know, they always would say, where did you get stationed? They say, back in Nha Trang, something like that, I don't know. Anyways, now when you hear about Nha Trang in the context of modern Vietnam, you just hear that it's a Russian beach town. Actually, when you go to the city center here, they have everything in Vietnamese, then in Russian, then in English, and then in Chinese, Korean. So it's a big place for people to come, enjoy the sun, enjoy the beach, and to see some stuff. So while it's obviously a big tourist place, it's interesting being here because there are no tourists. Nha Trang has other things besides just the beach. So let's explore. So we're here at Son Pagoda. Come on, let's check it out. Being over 100 years old and predating the French actually being here, the Son Pagoda is definitely something to see in any time you're in Nha Trang. So why is it cool? Why is it important? So behind me, I don't know if you guys can see here, but there's a massive white Buddha, which is symbolizing Gautama Buddha. So it's kind of that old school Southeast Asian style Buddhism, more than the typical, I guess what you see behind me, the typical East Asian style of Buddhism. What we'll also show you as I walk up here is there's a massive lying Buddha who is something like 18 meters long, lying on its right side, symbolizing good sleep and good peace. So let's check out this temple. So as we make our way up to the big white Buddha, I always ask myself, why are some places tourist hotspots like Nha Trang for Russians or for Vietnamese/Chinese tourists, but other spots in Vietnam that are on the coast are not? Vietnam has one of the largest coastlines of any country in the world, and the whole country is tropical, so literally anywhere theoretically could be a beautiful place to put a tourist location, to make some hotels, have a nice beach. But it's weird because like people fly halfway across the world to come to a resort on this beach. I don't understand why. It's the same thing with Mexico. Maybe all the resources get stacked in one place. Super interesting. But I think it's funny. I'm not a big tourist resort kind of guy. Sorry, I'm going uphill, guys. It's really hot. It seems weird for me to, you know, go to a resort, sit on the resort, enjoy the beach, and then just like leave. But that's what a lot of people do here. That's what a lot of people do. It's not what I do. I hike. And when it's 102 degrees out, it's humid as hell. I don't know why I do it. It's exhausting. Got a nice little view going on here. They said the view was not amazing, but it's kind of cool. Kind of cool. You can see a lot of the houses in Nha Trang. They're just all white, so the city kind of has this new white kind of look, and everything here is new. It's a really nice coastline of new hotels. It's pretty swanky, I have to say, pretty swanky place to be. So behind me now, we have a very large Buddha. This one is symbolizing the actual Buddha, the old G, the Indian one, Gautama Buddha, and he's sitting amongst some monks who have either self-emanated, meaning burnt themselves in martyrdom because they're covered in flames, or just famous monks. He overlooks Nha Trang, and he's pretty cool. Let's go look at him. So this is what I was talking about with these self-emanating monks. You guys can see the flames that we learned in the last Vietnam War segment that you guys of course watched, because all the content's great, right? So here you can see very famous monk Pit Quang Quang, could be. And here he is. We actually have it on a big lotus too. So now we're at the Sleeping Buddha. We even have some Thai written down here. It's pretty cool. These are really popular in Thailand, and you can often find, well, you can find the biggest one in that I've seen. It's a gold one, and it's in Wat Po in Bangkok. Super epic. But if I'm not mistaken, the bottom of the feet will have stuff on it because you gotta, oh, there it is. You gotta have some sort of symbology on the bottom of the feet because typically you shouldn't show your feet in Buddhism. It's like it's bad rapport. So here you have a little swastika, meaning peace, ironically, and you have the wheel of Buddhism, which is a symbol for the ideals and the principles. You have a praying monk. There he is. 18 meters long. Let's run down all 18 meters. Nice. And they got the bindi. Good night. Standing in the shade with these feet behind me, we're ready to go to our next place, which is a temple completely different from what we've seen here. Let's check it out. Our next stop on our tour of Nha Trang is Ba Ponagar, probably the most famous thing to do here in Nha Trang. Lots of Vietnamese tourists here, so it's good to see actually Vietnamese traveling during Corona, but they made us wear a mask, which doesn't make sense because you can go to a cafe across the street without the mask, but you can come here with the mask. So anyways, what is this place? Look at it, it's epic. So, what is this place? Ba Ponagar, or Ponagar Temple, is essentially a Cham people temple, and it was originally Hindu. The reason why this is so cool is that this was actually built almost 1,500 years ago, in the 5th and 6th century, as a temple to the goddess Shiva, Shiva the Destroyer. So the actual emblem, the symbol of this temple is a dancing goddess, a topless goddess, with some stuff around her, and so that's supposed to symbolize the anti-Shiva. So in Hinduism they like these different kinds of gods. Super interesting. So let's go explore some more. A lot of people today, as I've said before in many videos, think Vietnam is a big old monoculture, that everyone is the same, that lots of things here are the same, but they have a long history of people living in this region. So the society, the Cham society, from, I don't know, 1,500 years ago, about the same time as kind of the Romans, they were here doing their thing, and they were mainly Hindu people. So completely different structures, completely different practices, and today there are still a bunch of Cham people who live in Vietnam. And I have kind of a funny story as I stand here so you guys can see the stuff back here. I was teaching a Vietnamese student, and she said that the Cham people were magical, and that they were kind of like witches and could put curses on you, and they walk around Ho Chi Minh and they can steal stuff from you. Very much like the modern day portrayal of Roma people, or better known as gypsies. I think that's a pretty unfair treatment of maybe people that are just different. But the Cham people anyways are Hindu. They still have practices and specific Hindu things that they do, as well as there's a dancing culture. So you can find the Cham people dressed up really nicely doing dances. Super, super cool. I'll put a link to a video if you're interested in that. So we're now on top of a large granite butte, as they put it. And behind me, you can now see the main temple. These are literally 1,500 years old, and they've been standing here in one piece ever since. Apparently, during the times of the Vietnam War, the Southern Vietnamese tried to bomb this area and destroy a bridge so that the North couldn't come down from the hills. Apparently, this temple protected the bridge, and the South were unable to destroy it. So this place is seen as a modern-day holy site for the protection from the gods, and also as an ancient holy site. These are actually older than the Angkor Wat in Cambodia, which is super, super impressive. So here we go, let's take a look. You guys can even see here, we're on the side of one of the temples, is a small goddess, a small Shiva, that has stood the test of time. Incredibly, incredibly impressive. And for what used to be an elephant. This reminds me a lot of Chedi Wat in the center of Chiang Mai, for those who have been there. Really cool though. This place also went through a bit of a transformation, just like the Hagia Sophia did, as it was originally built as a church, and then they transformed it into a mosque. So this used to be Hindu for a long, long, long time, And then now it's not a Buddhist temple, but it was co-opted or used by the Buddhists for quite a long time too as a place to pray. So this is a really important place in Vietnam for both Buddhists and Hindus, and for spiritual Vietnamese. One of the most ancient sites you'll find in Vietnam, and it's pretty touristy, but I'm actually glad it's touristy because I feel really bad for the tourism industry these days. It's good to see Vietnamese people still coming to sites and still going out, still spending money. So this is Ponagar Temple, guys. What do you think? Do you think this is cool? What do you think of the Cham people? Do you think that they're witches and magical, or do you think that they're just misunderstood? Let me know in the comments below. I'm going in a temple.
Hello.
Hello. America. Oh yeah. Cheers to you, man. All right, guys. In the name of all things good, it's time for food. So we're here at Loc Khan on this random street in the northern part of Nha Trang. I was reading online that a trip to Nha Trang would be incomplete without tasting their grilled beef. So we're here to eat some grilled beef. Can't wait to show you. Guys, we've got the Loc Khan beef. So it seems that we've got some nice raw beef cubes marinated in chili, and that sounds pretty spicy. We were just at a clay temple, and now we've got a clay grill. So when in Nha Trang, it's got to grill stuff. Oh, listen to this sizzle. Nice. I feel like my trip here would be incomplete without grilling beef over some open charcoal. I feel like a caveman. I just watched Castaway last night. I feel like that. Shout out Tom Hanks. As the meat is grilling away, I really thought the most famous dish here, at least on the ocean, would have been something from the ocean. But a trip to Nha Trang would not be complete without beef. Shout out beef. Love you. Alright guys, so we've grilled our first batch of beef. The question is, would it be worth coming here without trying this? This bite will let us find out. Yeah. I don't eat a lot of beef here. That's really good beef. So you've got nice, lean bites of beef, but if you're careful and you cook it well, it's nice and tender. The sauce is kind of like sweet little fish sauce and then some chili finish. Pretty simple, but really, really, really tasty. It was 100,000 dong for this portion. Sorry, I gotta flip these guys. So that's something like $4 or something for the big portion of beef. Feeling good about it, feeling good about it. So for meat-eating aficionados here in Vietnam, you always get your meat with a lime and some chili salt. It reminds me a lot of Mexico. What you do is you squeeze the lime into it, create yourself a little dipping sauce. Give you a little chili kick, a little extra salt. They really like salty food here in Vietnam. And makes everything you're eating that much more delicious. Yeah. So guys, stop number 2 brings us to Nam Bao, also known as Nam Bao Auntie, because some auntie made us some soup here. So the specialty of the house is jellyfish noodle soup. So I've had jellyfish salad in Chinese restaurants, but it's like a nice piece of jellyfish. What's up guys? Boon anything. Remember, boon are these like rice noodles. They don't really taste like anything, but you can kind of like build any soup upon it. So we've got the ka something, which means it's like a large fish cake, also famous here in Nha Trang. But I think we're really here for the jellyfish. So when in Rome, right? Let's give it a shot. Oh. Ooh. I don't know. Oh, it's so weird. I don't even know. It's like if you ever have like the jelly things at the bottom of a boba tea, but then it tastes like fish. That's what it tastes like. It has this gelatinous situation going on. It's not, it's almost crunchy, but like if Jello was crunchy. Oh, it's really weird. I've had the jellyfish before and it's in like strips, but I've never had it in like lumps. I don't know. I don't know about that at all. Well, we're gonna go for the classic fish cake here. There we go. A little classic bite. That's super tasty. If you're a Jewish person, have you ever had gefilte fish? It's just like processed white fish. This is exactly what it tastes like. It's a little fishy. It has that kind of meaty chew. Really tasty. I think that's the best thing in the soup. by far. But if you're in Nha Trang, don't skip the jellyfish. Look at it. All right, so I'm gonna finish this very fishy, very strange bowl of concoction ingredients, and we are gonna bring you to one last place where we're gonna try one sweet treat of Nha Trang. Fun fact, Vietnam and a lot of Southeast Asian countries actually have a big jellyfish population and also a jellyfish problem. So a lot of people come here to the beaches. I think Nha Trang is probably a fine place, but they find that they can't really swim, especially into the ocean, because there's so many jellyfish and it's like kind of dangerous. So sometimes guys will have like spray bottles with like vinegar ready to go because so many people get stung. So the more you know. So here we are, guys, last chance saloon. I'm at a dessert shop. I was really trying to get this special tree nut called hot dat. Couldn't find it, too hard. So I'm getting something with flan and something with ice cream. It's always hard to tell what exactly you're gonna get. I think it's gonna be flan with ice cream on top. They have like the mixed ice cream, whatever that means. Very excited to try it. The food in Nha Trang has been pretty good. It's nothing too unusual from Vietnamese food that you can find pretty much anywhere, but they are really famous for their fish cakes, for their seafood, and apparently for their grilled beef. So let's try some ice cream and let's end this video. Here it is, guys. Something to behold. The description seems to be right on the money. So we've got 4 types of ice cream. This is kind of that really icy, sort of non-blended ice cream. So like, for example, we got did a nice little bite here, and we've got the flan sauce, so that kind of caramely situation. So let's go for a bite. Ooh, it's durian ice cream. Durian's a sneaky bastard because you think it's gonna be like banana, but then instead of being sweet and nice and gentle, just is like that boom, durian kind of thing. Which, you know, at the end I don't really mind. So we've got a nice mix between crunchy, we've got some nice like roasted peanuts, we've got some coconut on top here, and then in the center we have some flan. So here, I'll show you guys. There it is. We are gonna go for a big old bite. Super good, I love the flan. It's eggy, it's sweet, it's not like overpowering. The texture, the mouth feels super nice. This is one of the better ones I've had in a while. The durian ice cream does nothing for it, but it's all the better for it. So we got the durian coconut, taro, strawberry. Very interesting combination. I wouldn't come up with it, but I'm not Vietnamese, so what can I say? So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. This was Nha Trang. We're back to Ho Chi Minh after this. We'll see what happens. We just had another COVID outbreak in Da Nang, so bless up, hope everything will be fine. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to hit that like button. That's what's really important out here. Of course, you gotta talk about the notifications. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching.